Hello, World Wings International. My name is Allison Cody, and I'm a development officer at Doctors Without Borders, or Médecins Sans Frontières, MSF. I wish I could be joining you in person today at your annual meeting, but this is 2020, and instead I'm recording this message at a distance from my hometown of Toronto, Canada. I'm happy to be joining you in this way to thank you, all of you, for supporting Doctors Without Borders as your international charity. With the support of World Wings International, MSF staff are able to provide medical care that saves lives every single day. The COVID-19 pandemic presents MSF with unprecedented challenges, but together we can surmount many of them and prepare for what lies ahead. Your very generous donation of $42,000 this year is directly supporting MSF's COVID-19 Crisis Fund, which is providing urgently needed funds for MSF's dedicated COVID-19 programs and activities that mitigate the pandemic's severe impact on existing health services. On behalf of all of us at Doctors Without Borders and our patients around the world, thank you, World Wings International, for standing with us during this challenging year and helping our teams provide critical medical care to those who need it the most. Your contribution to MSF's COVID-19 Crisis Fund has provided us with the resources to continue supporting patients and communities and staff in our projects, while ensuring that we remain one of the few truly independent global medical humanitarian actors responding to this pandemic. MSF is prepared for potential COVID cases in all our projects worldwide. Since February, MSF has launched 148 dedicated COVID-19 projects in 48 countries. We are coordinating with the World Health Organization and working directly with local ministries of health and community leaders to prioritize our activities. In determining where and how to respond, we are building on our many years of experience in managing major epidemics of Ebola, measles, meningitis, and others. We are responding to requests for assistance and conducting our own assessments to tailor each project to the needs of the most vulnerable communities and to help local systems manage the outbreak. MSF is focusing its COVID-19 programs on marginalized communities, especially those with limited access to medical care, including refugees and displaced people, migrants, and the homeless. COVID-19 has the potential to have a disastrous impact on people living in overcrowded camps, such as in Bangladesh, Iraq, Greece, South Sudan, Nigeria, Syria, and Yemen. And we are running programs to care for displaced people in all of these countries. Now I'd like to share some images from our projects through this short video highlighting our COVID-19 pandemic response. Take a look. MSF teams are working around the clock to reduce health inequities related to COVID-19. Through our Access campaign, we are publicly calling for affordable vaccines and treatments in low-income countries. and MSF is committed to providing critical cases with oxygen therapy. In South Africa, Mali, Sierra Leone, and Burkina Faso, we installed oxygen concentrators to give hospitals the ability to provide life-saving oxygen at patients' bedsides. Oxygen therapy is now available at our COVID-19 projects all over the world. In Brazil, MSF is running mobile clinics to reach indigenous populations that lack access to medical care. At the Boa Vista Field Hospital, we treated indigenous leader Yassir de Souza, who recovered from COVID-19 and told us that this was not his first encounter with Doctors Without Borders. Here's what Yassir told us.
Bom, meu nome é Yassir de Souza, eu tenho 72 anos, em Macuxi. Havia muito malária, todos sabem. Chegaram no Médecins Sem Fronteiras, já na comunidade, a gente conversamos, né? Para se explicarem, começamos a trabalhar junto. Entenderam, né? Queriam ficar na vila, depois disse, não, quero trabalhar com o povo indígena, tem que ser na comunidade. Aí dizia, olha, nós vamos ajudar agora, nós vamos organizar um laboratório e tal, tudo ali. A gente convidava o Estado, os indígenas, para um curso, treinamento, né? Acontecia malária no Estado e foi acabado mesmo. Uma febre, dor de cabeça, tosse, né? E não passava febre. Então, assim, viemos para fazer tratamento porque eu não esperava assim, problema de essas doenças bravas, né? Perdi meu irmão, né? Mais novo, perdi minha sogra, né? Perdi minha tia. Essa doença, eu não sei quando que ela vai terminar, né? E está morrendo de gente no interior, na comunidade.
At home in the United States, many of our programs have now been handed over to other organizations. But when they were up and running, they focused on COVID testing and health promotion among migrant farm workers in Florida, homeless people in New York City, and Native American communities in the Southwest. We shared blueprints for field hospitals and patient flow charts, and disseminated instructions on how to correctly wear protective gear. Most recently, we provided infection prevention training to nursing home staff in Michigan, and then we replicated that program in Texas. As cases increased in Puerto Rico over the summer, our teams expanded our response to reach vulnerable people across the island. 3 medical teams conducted over 1,000 consultations and treated about 100 COVID-19 patients, mainly for the elderly and people with chronic illnesses. In this next video, my colleague and health promotion manager, Yoruba Mitchell, shares her experience working in collaboration with community-based organizations in Puerto Rico.
I think that was one of the things that I found most impressive about working in Puerto Rico was the sheer strength of the community organizations. I think every neighborhood you go in has a very strong community network where people are cooking for each other, people are helping each other with things like disaster preparedness, people are looking in on people who are homebound. My name is Yoruba Mitchell, and I am recently returned from working on the Doctors Without Borders COVID-19 response in Puerto Rico. where I was a health promotion manager. The network on the island is already so strong because it is a place that is susceptible to things like hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes. So what we did was basically come in and support those existing networks with the skills that we were able to contribute with our experience working in outbreaks and providing trainings and equipment. I'm really, really proud to be able to have supported so many strong community organizations in Puerto Rico and to be able to collaborate with them and see how they do things there on the island, because I actually learned a lot in addition to having the opportunity to work there and serve some people.
At Doctors Without Borders, we are making every effort to help stem the COVID-19 pandemic and lessen its impact on the communities we serve. Despite the exceptional challenges, our teams are committed to doing everything they can to care for vulnerable people all over the world. While battling COVID, we are prioritizing our patients who rely on MSF for a range of medical care and services. We are ensuring that children continue to receive vaccinations for deadly diseases, and that women and girls have access to reproductive health care, which is critical to their health and well-being. And we continue to reach victims of disasters, following the massive explosion in Lebanon, renewed fighting in Syria, and recent floods in Niger and South Sudan. The support of World Wings International is essential to our mission, and it reminds us of what is possible when we can join together. Your 2020 donation is supporting our response to COVID-19, as well as emergency preparedness and planning for our future. Thank you for your generosity, and please take good care.